Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. What's good with it? What's good with it, peeps? This is your host, Musa Azakar, man, doing what it do like I normally do on this Saturday morning. Lovely Saturday morning. Just do me a favor. Like this video, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified every time your boy drop any type of content. Any type of content I love dropping, because I'm just gonna do that. And for right now, for to be more professional with it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer. All right, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yo, I got this audio, man, coming from. I didn't know MC Ehit never had them a podcast. I didn't know they had them a podcast, man. I didn't know this. Uh, but yeah. And just talk about Jay Prince. Talk about his courtesy call to Bird, man. And, this is some OG shit. You feel me? Yeah, man. MCA and them. I didn't know this shit, but I had to hurry up and subscribe. I'm gonna leave link in the description box too, man. So just peep out the audio, man. This is just game telling. Sit back and just chill.
LA. From on to California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangster Chronicles. Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show. You're now tuned into the real
MC8.
MC Ehit, Big James, and Big
Still.
Spell. Strictly from the streets.
Hell yeah.
We represent the G's.
I gotta ask you about this, man. You a person, man, that's known, man. 'Cause I got a bunch of homies in the South, man, to walk calm but carry a big stick. And when you put out a courtesy notice to somebody, they tend to pay attention. Because you always touch them on the shoulder first, man.
Exactly.
When you sit out, you shout out to your sons, man. He discovered one of the biggest artists, man, that's in the game right now, Drake.
Yeah.
And
that's his son?
No, not Drake ain't his son. But his son is the one that discovered Drake.
Oh, okay.
His son is the one that discovered Drake. And, he took him over to Cash Money, man.
Yeah. Drake, my son too, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, Drake, your son. Yeah.
There you go. That's Jay
Exactly,
Prince.
man. One of the biggest artists in the game. Don't never hear his name mixed up in no mess. You can tell you come from good tutelage. You had to send out a courtesy notice, man, to Mr. Williams, the Bird, man. Did he ever resolve that situation?
Yeah, that has been resolved. That has have ended. You know what I mean? And of course, like Birdman, Master P, Tony Draper, all of them were my students, right? Them are guys that I inspired, that I, shared my blueprint with, and they took shit to different levels. So, them always been like the homies, and that was the reason I allowed my son to, because that's some shit we could have done, right, in house. But I wanted to see him and Lil Wayne, the next generation. Okay, y'all do y'all thing, and unfortunately, when you do things a certain way, you know what I mean, which could be not the best way of doing shit. I don't think that Birdman them. Well, I know they didn't intentionally know shit was gonna go like it went where I was concerned. You know what I mean? They had done business prior to my involvement, and I ended up coming into a situation where they had, taken what they taken, and like with MC Hammer, for example, the homie Hammer. I remember him selling all of these millions of records on that first album, and contemplating he gonna do the same thing on the following one. And sometimes shit don't go that way, right? And you better like spend all your, you know what I mean, paper and different shit thinking, oh, this gonna happen again. So I can blow this, right? So when the shit don't happen again, and so happen I happen to come in the loop and shit wasn't right because he had taken this and now, you know what I mean, you can't pay me. But I can't allow that to be no excuse where my son is concerned. You know what I mean? We gotta have ours. So that was a long motherfucking way of answering that question, but yeah, we got ours.
Hey man, that's one of the things that people know, because I know when I heard that courtesy message, I said, man, this damn sure make me give him the phone and send that man a wire. You know,
Jay said, shit, that took a long time to just say, fuck, we got ours.
Sometimes you gotta explain it like
exactly.
Yeah,
you don't want to confuse motherfuckers out there, because you know how people will twist your words up and twist shit up. But you know, because some people just can't take the simplicity in, we got what we had to get, and that was just it. People will take that and twist it all into different kind of forms and imaginations and shit, and have a motherfucker hanging from trees and motherfucking balconies and shit. Right. For just a clear discussion. You feel me?
You know, and that's an amazing twist, man, because you stepped into two games, man, that they pretty much, you don't see too many people of color in the CEO seat. Now you got in the boxing world, man. When you got in the...
Oh, man. Google want to sit there and interrupt the flow. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, man. This shit is fire, man. I'm going to play a little bit more of this. This is fucking fire, man. Real talk. MC Ehit, man. I appreciate this, y'all. Did it a soapbox.
He's really out there doing his thing with the boxing. How did you get in that role, man?
Yeah, well, boxing always was my first love before the music game. You know what I mean? I used to watch Don King. I used to watch that shit. I wanted to be a fighter when I was younger. You know, and that was one of my reasons I built a recreation boxing gym and all that shit in my hood when I you know what I mean, got the means to do so. But that was my first love, man, and I always been a nigga, even to this day, I exercise prayer. You know what I mean? Even in the midst of any and everything I've done. A lot of niggas had a misconception of a man, being a believer or follow God, some weak about him, right? But some of the top prophets in the word were gangsters. You know what I mean? They laid it down when they had to.
Right.
So yeah, I love boxing. I prayed for a champion, man. This is an interesting story. I prayed for a champion and set up a meeting with Mike Tyson in Las Vegas. Went and met with Tyson, and Tyson embraced me. Tyson knew, about my movement where Rap-A-Lot was concerned, and I walked straight in the gym watching them spar. So I'm like, damn, okay, I prayed and asked for a champion. So I'm like, shit, I'm right here. So me and Tyson leave the gym, go to the house and have a meeting. He put his wife at the time on the phone and let her know that he want to work with me. So I left his house thinking I'm on the management team. But while I'm in that gym with him, Floyd Mayweather was, had came to me like on 2 or 3 occasions while I'm watching Mike Tyson spar. Floyd Mayweather like, hey, Jay, I know about Rap-A-Lot, man. Woo, woo, I heard of this group. I don't know Floyd. You know what I mean? I don't know him. So I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? I'm watching Mike. Another time he come up and he give me his number. He say, hey, Jay, if you want to do something later on, man, you got my number. I'll come get you and woo, woo, woo. So long story short again, I called Mike Tyson the next day.
Mount Rushmore of artists.
Yeah, I want to hear this. Man, keep on fucking, man. All these goddamn commercials. Y'all tripping, man.
They cut his phone off. The Jew boy Shelly Finkel hear that I'm getting at Mike Tyson. I'm finna be on the management team. His whole phone disconnected. So I can't reach him. So I'm left with Floyd Mayweather number. And I asked the homie, I said, who is this dude right here? He said, it's the 130-pound champion. So a red light went off in my head. I'm like, damn, I prayed for a champion. So long story short, me and Floyd done a deal, man, less than a week for the next 4 years.
That's right.
Boy, I tell you, man, ain't God good? Ain't God good, man? Lord have mercy. When you the chosen people, you got that fire coming against you, God always prevail for you. You feel me? Do me a favor, like this video, share, subscribe. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. MC Ehit, man, I love the podcast, fellas. And I had to spread it. You know what I'm saying? I had to spread it, but I'm gonna leave links in the description box. So this is not me, this is y'all, brothers. I'm spreading y'all around. Peace and a bottle of hair grease.